All right. Woo-hoo. Welcome to After the Talk, Mental Health and Finance. We just came off from a empowering mental health and finance discussion earlier tonight. We're just going to jump right into the After Talk. I'm your host, Vicki Yelverton. And with me, I have.
Hey everybody, I'm Natasha Lewis. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're gonna talk a little bit after talk. Are you ready?
A little bit of the after talk. Are you ready? So, of course, we always have us a thought leader in the industry from the talk that we had from our primary feature. And tonight we have with us, and I'll let her introduce herself. Miss Sherry, tell the people a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Sherry Sims. I am actually a full-time school teacher, high school teacher, in Greensboro, North Carolina. But I do some other things. Also have my own video production company, and I also do a little trading on the side.
Awesome. You said
Yep.
Trading.
Trading, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Forex trading, yep.
Okay. Can't wait to hear a little bit more about that.
Cool.
So, what did you think about tonight's show?
It was awesome. Very enlightening. I think I took so much away from it. Tying the way you guys tied into mental health and the finances and how it does play a role on how you think and how you handle money. And I can just think back, I think it was Mr. Jamal that mentioned just like, things you go through, not having money makes you think about it. Sometimes you don't even sleep. You don't sleep well when you think about you have a bill to pay or you can be put out. Mm-hmm. So you don't have anywhere to stay. It affects you mentally. And so you're not able to function. You're not even able to function. Some people are not able to function at home or at work. So I just thought that was pretty cool that they talked about that and how you guys were able to tie that in. I was wondering how you were going to do that, but I saw how it kind of worked together.
You was wondering. Look, I knew how I was gonna put it together. I'm gonna tell you because I know when I had no money. Oh my God! Look, let me tell you, that job. It's a job I work, right? And job I work, you only get paid once a month. So and it's like in the middle of the month. So I know how I feel when you get closer to that. I'm like, good Lord.
You still have a job. You still have a job.
So Sherry,
what you on time? You still are blessed with a job during the pandemic. Hallelujah. Glory.
Yeah. I was giving her an example of how you connect that. Miss Sims, back to Gravity Talks. Okay. What was one of the most relative statements for you that you heard tonight that just rung a bell? Yes, absolutely. Gravity Talks. That's what it is. Don't mind us.
Man, I have so many notes. Let's see.
Because you a teacher. That's what that is.
Yeah, I took some notes. I really did. Marlene mentioned something about vision. And 99% of us people don't have any vision. And I think that's so true for our African American culture, and we don't write it down. It's in our head. Well, I know what I want to do, but it's in our head and we don't put it on paper. Mm-hmm. And I've been guilty of that. So it's so important to put it on paper that you see this and you constantly see it. You look at it daily. And so that was one of the good takeaways. I think there was, like I said, I had so many.
Hold on. I want to say this now about vision because you teaching class right now. Hold on. So okay. I want to say this. Like one thing, do you think that, and we say this about sometimes the lack of vision comes from the fact that we don't even know what to want because we've never seen anything?
I would agree. Great example, high school. I was teaching in high school. We could talk about going on spring break. We're on spring break right now. I'll ask the question, where are you guys going for spring break? I may get one child that say I'm going to Florida. I actually had one that said he was going to Japan. Don't ask. I said, well, how you going to get there and come back in time? He said, well, I'm going for a couple of days and come back. And then I said, okay, whatever. So But you have, my students, they're not experienced. They haven't explored the world. Like some kids I teach never been to Myrtle Beach and they've lived in Greensboro for 17 and 18 years. So yeah, if you're not around it, you've never stayed in a hotel. I mean, you never stayed in a hotel, you've never rode in a limo, you're not exposed to these things. Yeah, I mean, it does affect your psyche. I mean, and you're around people that are around those things, and you say you're not involved in those things or traveled the world, and people look at you sometimes like, oh. But then it kind of makes me say to myself, as a school teacher, I have to be mindful, and I ask the question always, where would you like to go? If somewhere you can go and everything was paid for, where would you go? And what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I think too, when they say write down your vision, it's like a vision board. Oftentimes people do that exercise, and it's about the activity of putting your thoughts in some type of shape or order. It's about the activity of having a visual aid to reference whenever you feel discouraged or whenever you need to be re-encouraged, so to speak, that you're on the right path to keep grinding, keep fighting through. But I think there's also power in the action of writing stuff down, just like journaling. A lot of times you get your emotions out, you get your thoughts out. And sometimes when it's all stuck up here, it creates an anxious environment where you can't seem to think straight. You hear people say sometimes, I can't think straight. Mm-hmm. You start putting pen to paper, it starts to release and letting you get your thoughts out and get your emotions out. So that's the same thing with your vision for business, getting it out and identifying where the gaps are too,
That's true.
What resources do you need to bring this to fruition?
Exactly. I mean, there was so many things, empowerment, empowering each other, financially, the giving. I noticed a lot of people say this, the most wealthiest people, they're givers.
Mm-hmm.
They may not teach on tithe like we do in church, but they give.
Mm-hmm. And
that opens doors for them. You have to be a giver. And I just thought that was amazing. It was awesome. It was a lot of nuggets in there.
I love what they shared about order, mm-hmm. And honor, honoring God and following the order and the principles, mm-hmm. and how it's really a recipe for success, whatever level that is for each person. And I love what Marlene shared too. The truth of the matter is everybody is not necessarily gifted per se, and everyone's not going to attain a certain level. It may not be meant for everyone to attain certain levels. But what is the best level on your level? Is it fits into your purpose. That's what you want to aim towards. You stay in your lane is one of the things I think they said.
Mm-hmm.
So Sharon got a question. I was getting ready to ask a question. Y'all was letting y'all talk because I used to interrupt. I was coming with it. So Sharon, since you trading right now, so tell me something. Is there something different that you know now that you wish you had known back when? And how are you acting differently as far as money and investments and things of that?
Not spending money just on things and eating out and buying things. Not, one of the things I think I've seen in trading and financial and digital currency is the age. They're starting out younger, 18 and 19-year-olds. They're learning how to get that skill and that mindset. One of the reasons why I got involved in it was because when I was introduced to it, there were 4 young Black men who were introduced on the stage. And at that time, I think they had only been trading for about 3 or 4 months. And one of the things they said they've learned is not to spend the money that they've traded and won, as they traded, was not to buy Snickers, because that was one of the things they were used to doing. And so when I started seeing this 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 22, millionaires and billionaires out here, guys. I believe 2021 and 2022, we're going to start seeing new millionaire and billionaires.
Wow.
And it's not going to be your traditional people that, been working for years and years, or, they're just going to pop up and you're going to be like, well, dude, where do they come from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because they're not necessarily watching Netflix, eating out and all that. They're watching and they're training under somebody, and somebody is mentoring them. Their friend in college is teaching them some skill sets. They're saying, dude, what are you doing? Or girl, what you doing? And they're like, oh, well, I'm just sitting here, on my phone with my little phone here, and I'm making money. That's all I need is a phone. And so that's, I believe it's gonna change. This thing is shifting, especially since we've been in this pandemic. The people that would normally be at work, they were sitting at home and they knew they had to do something.
Mm-hmm.
They knew they had to make a change. They knew this is it. This is my break. This is it. Some people didn't go back to work. The job might have been there and they might have said, nope, never mind. I already found a new skill set. I'm done.
Wow.
You can keep your job.
Well, so tell us a little bit about this trading thing, since you brought it up. We didn't bring it up, you brought it up. So tell us what it is. Tell us what it's about.
Well, it is learning basically when you travel to another country, and you know how you exchange your money. Our money is a certain amount of money, dollar amount, and another country is a different dollar amount. So you're really just trading different currency. I started out in Forex, but I really, really like digital currency. I like Bitcoin. I like other coins, not just that coin. But most people just know of that one. Everybody heard of that one, Ethereum and stuff like that. But I'm finding out there's so many other ways of you like making money. It's just, getting to know like the stock market, like constantly my TV's on or my computer's on, looking for updates. And it's not, and a lot of times, like one of the people said, being led by the Spirit. I remember one day someone said, like a few days prior to that, they said, start listening. When you start hearing things once or twice, more than twice,
Mm-hmm.
you need to pay attention. And I'll never forget, a few days later, I'd heard about a particular stock, and I can't call it stock. I'd heard about a particular stock. And then the next day I was sitting doing something, editing or whatever. What?
I got a question.
What?
Why is it you the second part? Like they've been saying this all night. We can't call the stop. What is that? Some law or something?
Because we're not financial. I am not. And they were saying the same thing. They are not financial advisors.
I know, but we just on here talking. Y'all can't even say like what the name of it was, even if it's historical. Okay,
No.
Okay, go ahead. Continue. I just wanted to know because America wants to know. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say it.
So, all right, fair enough.
Time out is over. Okay, cool. So I was actually editing probably a pastor's video because I do a lot of editing. And I looked up at the TV and that stock ran across the bottom. I said, that's the second time I've seen it. I've heard it, now I see it. What did I do? I said, let's buy a couple of shares. But before I did that, I did do some research on the company. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. We have to do some research and find out. And like I think Marlene said, pick the stock that interests you. Like for me, I'm into technology. Maybe for somebody else, they're into pharmaceutical. Maybe for somebody else, they're into, I can't even think, just different things, But, you have to pick what you pick up daily. You pick up a phone, you use your phone all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else do you do daily? Is it something that and then if you feel good about that, you feel good. You have to believe in it yourself. And that's the thing I'm learning too. But it's a lot to it. It's a mindset issue, a mindset thing too. And sometimes the things don't work out and you just have to say, okay, that didn't work out. I messed that up. Mm-hmm. And you have to move on. But it's not something that they always tell you, do not take your rent money, do not take your car payment and use that. This is money that if something does happen and doesn't go in the way you hoped it to go, that, you're not sitting there on the corner. So, but like, the question you asked earlier, what would I do differently would be to study, to get around people more, and to just have a more open mind. That would be some of the things I would do differently.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. But how do we get, if we are interested and we've been, our attention has been sparked by all of this great talk about that? I mean, it sounds like everybody's making money but us. So what do we need to do to get in? Like, we want to get in, we want to be a part of the club, we want to, we want to make some money too.
How do you start? Where do you start?
Why you start? Where you started? Just pick a stop. Which one you like? I don't know what to like. I don't know. I eat fish. I love seafood. They got an ocean stock. I mean, what? Tell us. We don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing.
Like everybody knows Tesla, right?
Yes.
You know Tesla, right? The car. So everybody's like, well, buy stock, buy the car. It's not necessarily the car. It's the parts that's in the car that you may want to. You get it? You might want to get the parts that are in the car, the battery, whatever else they do to make that car. Those are things that you have to think about. It's not always the big
on the batteries.
Say what?
We can buy stock on the battery.
Yes.
They got batteries.
The ring light. Everybody was buying ring lights, right? If you bought the ring,
I got a ring light. Why? Go ahead.
No, I'm not laughing. No, I'm just saying, like your ring light, like when we went into lockdown and everybody was like running around, well, not running around, we were in lockdown, right? So everybody you needed a light, right? A ring light or some type of light. So that was something that was really going at that time, right? So you just have to think about like what is really going on around you and what do you use the most?
Like Clorox wipes, like spray, all those things, Procter & Gamble, that just made a lick.
Yep.
Everything. Mm-hmm.
So, but if you would like to learn more, you can reach out to me. My IG is Sherie, SHERIE _Sims. So that's my IG. You can reach me there or on Facebook. I think I'm under Sherry Sims on Facebook though.
And you can help us, lead us and guide us in the path of making money.
Yeah.
Okay. Now how long, now I'm asking this for the America, how long does it take to teach somebody something? I mean, everybody's not intelligent and do technology like you. So is it hard to do?
I will say this. We can't say how long it will be. Everybody learns differently. And it depends on how much time you have.
Oh, praise
so God. It just depends on your time, your desire to learn. But I will say there's opportunity 24 hours a day.
Mm. So there's no excuse not to make this good money. Okay.
No excuse.
No excuse. Well, that's awesome.
And I'll tell you, with me being a school teacher, and I didn't take this as seriously. When we went into the pandemic, I started taking this a lot seriously. I'd been in it before but I was like playing around. And I learned, just the opportunity to kind of study more and get involved more. And so a lot of times I'll do my training before I even leave the house. I just get up, do what I'm going to do, be done, teach all day, do what I do, meet my kids, come back in at night. I may look at the charts a little later. I actually know Jamal. He's excellent. He's very patient. I've worked with him before on different occasions, and he kind of shows you the charts and the candles, and you got, learning. It's a mindset and a skill set. It takes both. It's your mindset and a skill set. Some people say, well, it's taking me forever. I need to get it. I need to get it. And it just depends on you. I can't really say.
Okay. So. Awesome. So we can get in contact with you and you're going to get us in. let's make this money. Let's make this money.
Yep.
So you have anything else you'd like to add about the show tonight? Because we're gonna have part two. I think it's gonna be lit. I do.
I really do. The part that Marlene said about the Jews only know like 2 or 3 scriptures, and they take it and run with it. And that's what we have to do. We have to take what we already know and we need to run with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's true.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, Sherry, we thank you so much for tuning in with us. We know you got to get up in the morning and teach. If you're not on spring break, I don't even know what
spring break. Spring break. Going to the beach. Oh, sorry.
You vaccinated? We got to check.
Yes.
We asking everybody. Anybody going somewhere, we like, you vaccinated? We just checking in. Praise the Lord. How did that go?
Yes.
Never mind. I want to know.
A whole nother gravity talk.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking. You know, America want to know, but we won't ask. Which one you take?
Sherry, thank you so much.
Pfizer.
Oh, that's a new one. We coming back another gravity talk for that. But thank you again, Sherry. Vicky, did you have any closing remarks? We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here for the night. Look at y'all smiling. We're gonna all smile.
Thank you, Sherry, for joining us and taking great notes and the recap and the conversation tonight. But I like what you said, you know, find something that interests you and something that you're passionate about. And through social media, I mean, you can kind of learn, do your research and figure out who to connect with to allow to mentor you. I would just say, you know, beware of scammers. Beware of, you know, just do your due diligence, do your research, and don't give your money to nobody.
Nope.
You know,
you invest your own money.
Invest your own money.
Yep.
So, yeah. But thank you so much, Ms. Sherry. You have an awesome night.
All right.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thank y'all. And remember, next month we are doing mental health and the second chance. We are talking with real life convicted felons that have come in and they are changing their lives and turning things around. And we're just going to talk about that second chance and how they're impacted by mental health. So can't wait for the next discussion, guys. Thanks again for the after talk. God bless you, Sharon. Happy trading, and let's make some money. I'm gonna call you real quick. I'm gonna call you soon so you can get me on and get the world on to making this money. Y'all have a good night.
All
God
right.
bless you.
Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.